Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Monday morning, September 22nd, and 4:07 in the a.m. I got one thing that I said I was going to do, completed this weekend, and it was of the essence. I had to do it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that is, I canceled my subscription to Hulu. I already know that my news is filtered. My news is biased. And if I want to know anything in real time, real facts, I need to check in with the reporting from other countries. And I understand that the news has lost all objectivity. So if you really want to know something from the government, specifically this administration, you're going to have to look for your news from outside the country, them reporting on us. Okay? So, Hulu, Disney, ESPN, and ABC. A thing of the past. And I did this because of the Charlie Kirk position. Now, I'm going to say, as I've been saying, that I don't believe for 1 second that anyone should be assassinated for their opinion. We all have them. We all have opinions, we all have prejudice, and we all have bias. What I do care about is the public investment and now the government investment in maintaining that opinion. Now, the government's only investment should be in maintaining the freedom of speech. I don't have to agree with what you say, but I don't have to invest in it. And I know you have a right to say it, just like I have a right to refute it or to offer a rebuttal to it. Now, we've, and by we've, I'm saying the country, has made this hate speech and the hate mongering of Charlie Kirk an issue for martyrdom. It's the "see, I told you." And the hate speech has been ratcheted up. But, again, I'll defend your right to say whatever. But why is the hate projected to people of color when they had nothing to do with the killing of this man? Why is the "see, I told you" projected on these communities when these communities have not been radicalized? These communities are voicing self-preservation, and I've heard no violence, no threats of violence towards any parties outside these communities. Stay in your lane. If you're going to police, Stay in your lane. There's one thing for self-preservation under the threat. But there's another to project, I'm going to say, on other people when they had nothing to do with it. Take accountability for what's going on. Accountability is Christian. What you think about that? Accountability is Christian. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? Because I'm at fault. Confession. Oh my Lord, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee. That's accountability. Confession is accountability. Communion begins with accountability. My body, which has been broken for who? See, accountability goes back to the essence of what you say you believe. So believe it enough to recognize the madness. So in this Charlie Kirk memorial that happened the other day, Charlie Kirk's wife says she forgave. Then the president, the highest office in this country, gets up and makes the memorial about him, offering this empty, hey, I'm sorry, but. See, but just dismissed everything prior to that. Then he talks about who he hates and why he hates them. But no, here's that lack of accountability again. No, he gets a pass No, he's not responsible for opening the gates of the level of dialogue that we see, the lack of discourse, and the heavy discord. Yeah. You can tell yourselves that he is not personally responsible for a lot of the actions, which is a correct statement. But you cannot ignore the fact that he holds the door open for like-minded thinking.